Now, one of the things coming from the Chinese market is that the Chinese EV makers are really putting a great show for those companies or famous companies like Mercedes, BMW, Volkswagen, Ford. They are really facing the heat when it comes to the fast growing EV industry. I mean, there are companies that are saying that or that have cut their revenues based on the kind of competition they are facing coming from the Chinese EV companies. This shows you the kind of work, this shows you the kind of confidence even the Chinese consumers are starting to have on their products or in their products, which is something that will give a boost to EV makers like Nio. I mean, today the new CEO was busy doing and sort of like a mini interview with the former VW CEO, Mr. Herbert, who indicated one thing during that interview when the new CEO asked him what he think about the Chinese startup EV companies like Nio. And this is what he said. They are so fast, they learn so fast. Some of them are really making mistakes, but they learn really fast to rectify the mistakes they did. These are some of the words that the former VW CEO indicated or was highlighting onto this fast growing EV industry. I mean, when you look into the premium EV space, you know that Nio has got over 40% of the market share. This is what also the CEO disclosed during their Q2 earnings to say that they still got over 40%, which shows you that when it comes to premium EV, Nio, it is still the one that is dominating that market, and it is for that reason that we are seeing them continuing to do more and steal a market share from your other premium brands like your BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, which is resulting into Nio generating some good month-to-month sales. So I'm happy, I'm excited about the comments made by the VW former CEO. It shows that companies like Nio are headed towards the right direction. Companies like Nio are set for greatness, and especially Nio, when you talk about some of the things they've done, some of the things they are doing, and what they plan, you and me can agree on one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. I mean, when he mentioned the word some are doing mistakes but quickly learning from their mistakes, I thought of some of the mistakes, or one of the mistakes that of course Nio did in the past, but they have learned from that mistake, which is why we are seeing them doing exceptionally well now. Or the only thing that Nio maybe should have done or could have done better, it was during the launch of the ET7, which you will remember that Nio took exactly or over 12 months until they start selling that brand, and that was after they had launched the ET7. So between the launch and the first delivery, it took Nio over 12 months, which that led into some of the people that wanted to buy that car or were interested into the ET7 cancelling their orders. But thank God that Nio has learned from that mistake, which happened like back in 2021, right? Right now, Nio, most of the models that they unveil or they launch, they don't even take 3 months to start selling those models, except for the ET9, which that one, I mean, we can't really say much because that is a vehicle or a model that is in its own level. It's ultra high end, right? So yeah, with that one, we know that things are still going to be unveiled. There's still going to be an official or second official launch. I mean, check at what they've done with the latest NT 2.0 cars, 2024 versions. ET7 they delivered within 3 months after the launch, ES6 within 2 months, and all these other models, they are making sure that they deliver as fast as possible because they realize that based on their experience with the ET7, people end up not going or cancelling orders because it is taking very long for them to deliver, which is why I think even when it comes to their Onvo L60 Lidao, which they are going to do an official launch next week, we are going to see, it is for that reason that we are going to see them immediately starting with the deliveries, because they realize that there is a huge potential, or there is good news that comes with after the launch and you immediately start with the deliveries. It gives people, or it generates them a lot and lots of orders, which is why it is very important that after the launch they immediately start with the selling or deliveries of that model. So yes, mistakes have been made, by Nio, but the good thing is that they have learned, and now Nio, it is another company which is on the next level or another level. This is something that we have seen from Nio. This is something that we continue to see. Nio is a company that continues growing, and therefore those that are persevering will definitely be rewarded. A year ago, Nio was selling on average 10,000 vehicles on a month to month. This year, Nio from May, they've been selling consistently 20,000 or over 20,000 deliveries, which shows you that the Nio that you knew last year is not the Nio that we are seeing this year. This year's Nio is far much different, or is far more different than the Nio that we knew last year. The one that was selling 13,000 deliveries on a month to month, which is something that shows us that we are set for greatness. Blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering will definitely be rewarded. Nio is ready to go to the next level. Profitability is coming somewhere between the end of 2025. So many of the investors, or some of the investors and retail investors now, are starting to see the picture, or the clear picture of Nio reaching profitability before the end of next year. We look forward to that. I think blue sky is coming. Those that are persevering will definitely be rewarded. So these are good comments from the former CEO of Volkswagen. I mean, I was very excited to see the Nio CEO having a conversation, or a mini interview with the former CEO of Volkswagen. One of the strategies that I'm seeing from the CEO himself is that they are forming strategic relationships, meaning that he mingles, our CEO is mingling with some of the CEOs, or most of the CEOs in the same industry, which is something that is pretty exciting, because that's where even the partnership usually comes. So I'm happy, I'm excited. I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I remain bullish, long and strong, and blue sky is coming, and God bless you all.